We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Parries that jab away. Good-looking jab. Nice counter. Beautiful counter shot. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like a rabbit in a headlight.
Nice punch. They figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. You'd like to see more jabs. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. On to the second round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Misses with the jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punching. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Teofimo Lopez. And there's the bell to start round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? This is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. And they figure out the combination to this save.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The counter lands. Missing with the left hook. That jab misses. How about that time counter shot? Crawford in trouble. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. I promise you all. Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. No rest for the weary. They're both trying for a knockout. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That jab doesn't find a home. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. A perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about TF. Time for the fifth round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. That one will count. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
counter punches have to hurt. He missed with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Teofimo. There's the bell to start round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He blocks that jab. Good counter punch. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
One punch can change the entire complexion of this fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get...
Here comes round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Trying to land that jab. They exchange punches. And he scores with the counter. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Well done with that counter shot. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. Will get knocked out. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Hey, those punches add up. He threw a punch and just got countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez. And there's the bell for round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. That counter shot lands. Nice counter punch. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That right hook's blocked. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.